In the last video, we compared two things. This cup is bigger than that cup, but now I've got three, so I can't just say bigger anymore. Now I want to point at one and say, that one. The biggest of them all, the top of the pile. That word, biggest, is a superlative. So, comparative is for two things. Superlative is for three or more when you're picking the one at the extreme. And just like before, there are two ways to build one. Way one, add est to short words. Tall, tallest. Fast, fastest. Cheap, cheapest. Way two, put most in front of long words. Most expensive. Most beautiful. Most important. And the rule for which to use? Exactly the same as comparatives. This was covered in part 1 of the series. Click here to watch part 1 if you haven't already. Here is the rule. One syllable. Add est. Three or more syllables. Use most. And two-syllable words ending in y. Drop the y, add iest. Happy becomes happiest. Easy becomes easiest. Pretty becomes prettiest. See? You already know this. It's the same engine, just a different gear. Okay, here's the one genuinely new thing about superlatives, and it's the mistake I see most. Superlatives almost always need the word the in front, the tallest, the best, the most expensive. Why? Because a superlative points to one specific thing, the unique one at the top. And in English, when something is the one and only, we mark it with the. So you don't say he is tallest in the class. You say he is the tallest in the class. Write this on your hand if you have to. Superlative, add the. It's small, it's easy to drop, and dropping it is one of the fastest ways to sound like a learner. Now the spelling. And here's the lovely part. It's identical to comparatives. Same three traps. Let's do it fast. Trap 1. Double the consonant. For the short words, double the last letter. Big, biggest. Hot, hottest. Thin, thinnest. Trap 2. Drop the silent E. When the word ends in E, don't add double E. E is already there. Drop the extra E. Nice, nicest. Large, largest. Safe, safest. Trap 3. Flip the Y. When a word ends with Y, change it to iest. Happy, happiest. Easy, easiest. Busy, busiest. Same logic as last time. If you nailed it for comparatives, you've already nailed it here. And the irregulars, also the same family. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Far, further, furthest. Look at that. Now you can see the whole shape. Good, better, best. That's the rhythm. Say it like a little chant. Good, better, best, bad, worse, worst. Those are the two you'll use most. Burn them in. Let's repeat them together again. Good, better, best, bad, worse, worst. Okay, here's a genuinely tricky bit that almost no one teaches clearly. After a superlative, you often add more information. the tallest building in the world, the best day of my life. How do we decide if it should be in or of? Here's the clean way to remember it. Use in for places and groups. The tallest building in the world, the smartest student in the class, the best restaurant in town. If it's a location or a group of people, in. Use of for periods of time and for a number of things. The best day of my life. The happiest moment of the year. The most expensive of the three. So, in the class, but of the year. Place or group, use in. Time or a set of items, use of. Listen for it from now on and it'll start to click. This next one is a real fluency upgrade. Native speakers do this constantly, and once you start doing it, your English sounds noticeably more natural. Let's look at some examples and see if you notice the pattern. It's the best film I've ever seen. She's the kindest person I've ever met. That was the worst meal I've ever had. See the pattern? The pattern is superlative plus the present perfect. I've ever seen, I've ever met, I've ever had. It's how we say, out of my whole life, this is number one. Try building one about yourself right now. It's the best. Blank. I've ever blank. Pause the video and say it out loud. Make it true for you. Once you are done, also share it in the comments. Moving on, the mistakes, the stuff that quietly makes you sound less polished. Let's clean them up. Mistake 1, the most tallest. Same trap as last time. You never combine most and est. It's the tallest. We never say most beautifulest. It's the most beautiful. One tool, never both. Choose one of the two. Most or est. And the evil twin, the most best. Best is already the top. Most best is most good. Just use the best. Mistake 2. Forgetting the. We said it, but it matters so much I'm saying it again. The tallest, the best, the most expensive. Don't drop the. Mistake 3. Using a superlative for two things. This is a subtle one. If there are only two things, you use the comparative, not the superlative. Between two brothers, one is the taller, not the tallest. Tallest needs a comparison between three or more. If there are three brothers, we use the word tallest. This brother is the tallest. Practice time. I will give you the word. You make the superlative out loud before the answer. I will give you time to think. If you need more time, pause the video. Tall. The tallest. Don't forget the. Easy. The easiest. Good. The best. Expensive. The most expensive. Bad. The worst. Let's summarize what we learned today. Superlatives are for three or more things. Short words add est. Long words use the word most, never both. Remember the irregulars. The two most important ones you will use all the time are good, better, best, bad, worse, worst. Always add the spelling traps are the same as comparatives. Use in for places and groups, of for time and sets. And try that lovely best thing I've ever structure. And remember, if you are comparing only two things, use a comparative, not superlative. Now, so far we've talked about things being more or less than each other. But what if two things are the same, equally good, equally tall? And what about those fancy structures like, the more you practice, the better you get? That's part 3. And that's where your English really starts to level up. If this helped, you know what to do. Help us by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. See you in the next one.